This week on The Breakout, a lot of news about boats.
Ships.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, it's not.
I'm managing editor Lee Farron.
And I am naval reporter Justin Katz.
We brought Justin on here because Justin was recently out in the ocean on a U.S. Navy ship. I've been told it's a ship, not a boat. The USS Gerald Ford. What were you doing? Why were you there?
Absolutely. So Gerald Ford is an aircraft carrier. It was out there with its entire strike group of 6 destroyers, and it was in the middle of what's called Comp 2X.
And what is that?
Comp 2X is kind of like a dress rehearsal for the carrier strike group. Okay. Right before it goes on deployment, it is going through the motions, practicing everything sailors might have to do when they are deployed.
And so you're actually on the ship. What'd you see? What was there to take in?
Absolutely. It was a pretty cool experience. Mostly got to see the flight ops. So we got to see F-18s flying on and off the carrier.
Very top gun.
Absolutely. And we also got to meet Captain Sage, who is a golden retriever and is in fact a very good girl.
Well, that must be the best part of the whole trip.
I think so.
So do you know where it's going when it's done with training? It's got to go somewhere. Where is the hot spot to be right now?
Sure. So Gerald Ford is based on the East Coast, so that means we think it's going to deploy sometime this summer, according to Navy officials. And in terms of where it's going, it's down to events and what's happening in the world, but most likely it'll either be in a U.S. Sixth Fleet, which is the Mediterranean, U.S., Europe, and Africa, or it could go to the Middle East, which is U.S. Fifth Fleet, so that's going to be the Red Sea, the Gulf.
And how late in the process do they make that decision? Is it the night before they go? There has to be a lot of lead time, I assume.
It all comes down to what's happening in the world. So, best laid plans of mice and men often go astray.
And for what's going on in the world, breakingdefense.com is where you're going to go for all that. So go there often. When we come back, we're going to have a report on the ground from Avalon in Australia. We'll catch up with that next.
At Leonardo DRS, our agility helps bring the ability to dominate in any scenario, on any platform, helping our warfighters accomplish the mission and get home safely. Leonardo DRS, our agility, your advantage.
And we're back. I'm here with Michael. Wait, Michael's in Avalon in Australia. He's going to file an on-the-ground report for us. Let's hear from Michael right now.
My name is Michael Marrow, Breaking Defense's air warfare reporter. I'm coming to you live from the second day of the Avalon Airshow, just outside of Melbourne in Australia. It's been a packed show so far, and in fact, event organizers tell us between the first day of the show in 2023 and the first day this year, there was a 50% increase in foot traffic. And that's also been reflected in expanded exhibitor space, and what industry tells us has been great engagement between customers in the region. There's a lot of international presence here at the show with foreign militaries, and some great flying displays. There's been some news as well that you can read online at breakingdefense.com. One of them is Anduril, for the first time, showing its Fury drone outside of the U.S., clearly interested in taking a bite out of Boeing's Ghostbat program developed here in Australia, which is a collaborative combat aircraft type drone that is expected to, supplement aircraft like fighters. And, General Atomics, who we spoke to, is interested in exports in this area of the world as well. There's been other developments here, like the GUIO program, run jointly with Lockheed Martin and Thales. Lockheed and Thales are actually aiming to use the GUIO program as a new baseline to increase energetics production all around the world. In addition to that, there's been other news here. L3Harris announced that the first MC-55 multi-mission ISR aircraft will finally be handed over to the Royal Australian Air Force after a couple years of delays, handing a critical capability to the RAF that will help them with several different missions in the region. Additionally, Lockheed delivered the first HIMARS system to the Australian government. HIMARS is going to be a critical, rocket artillery tool for the Australian military, already used by other militaries around the world. There will be more news to read at breakingdefense.com, and we hope you check it out.
Thank you, Michael, for that report. We're not going to be here next week. We're going to be off for sea airspace. We'll have full coverage of that on breakingdefense.com, so go there early and often. But like and subscribe for these videos so that when we're back, you get them right in your inbox as soon as they're ready. Till next time.